Assalamu alaikum, students of IT. I'm Razia from BHSS Kupwara. My trade is ITes. We'll continue our yesterday's unit, that is electronic spreadsheet, advanced electronic spreadsheet using a library office Calci. And here we are using a new chapter, that is how we can use macros in spreadsheet. What is the fun of using macros in spreadsheet? uh, Macros, uh, here many times we have to perform repeated tasks such as typing school names, address, contact numbers with a specified formatting, or apply the same formula at the particular cell for different sheets in a in a worksheet or workbook. That means we are using we are using a function number of times, and when we are using a function many number of times, there is no need of writing the function more than one time. It's better to use a macro, and we can call that macro whenever we need it in our in our program, so that our time is not much more consumed. And here here we can go through a macro. It's very important to know that that by default the macro feature is turned off when library office is installed in our computer, because when we install library office in our computer, the macro function it is turned off. Hence to record a macro, we need to ensure that the macro recording is enabled. First of all, we have to enable the macro recording function. After that, we can use the tool option on the main menu bar by selecting tools and options in library office. And this macro, it can record all the keyboard and mouse actions, but it cannot record the following actions. First of all, it cannot record opening of a window. It cannot record actions carried out in another window that where the recording was started. It cannot record or here the macros cannot be used for window switchings, or they cannot be used for actions that are not related to the spreadsheet contents. And for example, we can say change made in the option dialog box, it's not related to spreadsheet, or it's not related if they are done by using the keyboard cursor travelings, but not when the mouse is used. Okay. The macro here, it works only in Calci and Writer. And then we have how we can create and how we can organize a simple macro. Here a recording of a macro is internally stored as instruction written in programming language, because we in computer science we use programming language, and in programming language we have a set of commands where we can group them and we can name them a macro. And every time whenever we need those set of functions, we will call that macro only, so that the set of functions they are executed itself when we call the macro. For example, if we have 20 lines of instructions, if we have every command given to the computer is an instruction. Every command given to a computer, here we use macros in computer. For example, we have 10 to 20 lines 10 to 20 lines of instructions, because for example, what we can say that whatever command we'll give to computer, it's a set of instruction, it's an instruction. This set of instructions, they are grouped into they are here combined into a single group called as macro. And these set of commands are executed automatically whenever we call this macro. That means we don't have to write the functions or write these instructions again and again. We only have to call the macros. Okay. Then we have here, for example, if you have to perform some set of calculations that are repetitive in nature. So the best thing is that you use a formula that needs to be applied to different data in different sheets, and there is no predefined function for it, because we don't have any predefined function. If you have to do some calculations that are repetitive in nature, assume that the same formula needs to be applied to different data in different sheets, and there is no predefined function for it. Okay, it's possible to do so if we use macro as a function. Okay, it's only and only possible if we will use macro as a function. We can call this macro in any of the sheet, and we can do these functions which are repetitive in nature. And instead of writing the instructions in between subject and, that means we have in program, we have main, menu, and sorry, we have main, and then we have end of the program. In between in between these two we can say these two lines, we can call macro any number of times, and we can execute it any number of time. Okay. It's because it is because it's repetitive in nature. Okay. This is all about today's lecture. Tomorrow we'll go through some next chapter. Okay. Take care.